written as well. You can we use the update statement. So like I said earlier, the update statement allows us to update specific specific observations in our database table, right? And it's just like the find and replace statements in Excel, right? If we recall, now the find and replace statement changes a specific value in our table, right? And then replaces it with a particular value. In this case, I'm going to update the database table, and I'm going to set rating, sorry, rating equals to null, right? Where where rating equals to minus, sorry, equals to minus one. And I'm going to do the same thing for founded, then try to convert it to date. Because I said earlier that the founded basically has to do with the specific date that a particular company was discovered, right? So do we understand? Am I moving too fast?
I'm understanding a little bit. You might gotta repeat what you said. You are going fast though, but I'm able to follow you. Writing with you, I cannot write with you, but I am able to follow you in your understanding. So as I go back and write, I'm gonna rethink of the stuff that you said to me when I was watching. It is a lot of information though.
All right. So I need to slow down because one, I want you to write it as well, so you can get the same values, and then you can
All right.
see if it's you can see it better. So I'm going to start from here with data cleaning phase, right? So I said, if you recall earlier when we were talking about the SQL statements, and we talked about the update statements, right? I'm trying to go back. Okay. Try to go back to all right. Should be here. Yep. The manipulation language. I said that the update statement allows us to change a specific observation, like a specific value in within a particular row, so a specific value. And I said it is similar to the find and replace statements. And basically, what I want to do is data cleaning, but instead of using Excel like we always do, I'm using SQL. So what I want to do in the update statement is that I want to change this minus one that we are seeing here to indicate null values, right? Because
Mhm.
there is nothing like minus one. We do not have a rating of minus one, and same thing has to do with the founded. Founded basically means the date at which the particular company was founded, or the date at which the particular employment status was listed, right? And there's also like minus one. So we want
Right.
to update that minus one to null to indicate null values. That means we do not know or we do not have any idea when the particular job was listed. So that is where the update statement comes into play. So basically what we are doing is that uh, in Excel, what we want to do is we are using the control H, right? And we are replacing it with null value exactly, like minus one to null value, and we are replacing it. So you can see that the minus ones has been replaced with null values. So this is exactly what you want to do in SQL, and you remove the update statement. So do we understand that part?
Yeah, I understood. I understood what you were trying to do. As you're doing it though, you're just going. You're just flying. You're solving it in your head and not really solving it out loud until it didn't. I guess as I'm sitting here and I don't know what you're doing, as I see you kind of get to a point where you're at a mistake or something you got to correct, you solve it in your head first, and then you do it, then you try to explain it. But in that process, I gotta watch you, try to follow what you're saying, understand what you're trying to give me, and
Uh,
then relay it. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to I'm understanding what you're understanding, and I'm seeing what you're seeing, and then I'm moving as I'm moving with you. But I mean, I understand. That's why I say I usually have to go back. I watch you do it. I watch you do it, and then I hear you say it, and then I go
yeah, yeah,
back
yeah.
and try to do it. Are you following what I'm saying? I guess it's just a different method. You get what I'm saying? And I'm trying to. It's not bad, but you would just have to repeat yourself when you ask. And I do appreciate you asking, am I going too fast? Because yes, you be going too fast. But now I know after a couple weeks, you're gonna solve it in your head first, and then you're gonna try to explain it. But then I'm kind of like two steps behind you when you're explaining it because what I just watched, I don't know what I'm watching. And then two, trying to keep up with your explanation is I have to understand what you was trying to do, understand the problem, and understand how you solved it in order to progress. You get me? So it's just a lot of information for me to digest and hold on to. But I mean, I get it once I'm able to sit with it for a couple minutes and look at it and try to break it down in a way that I would understand it. Because the way that you breaking it down is the way that you understand it, and you're going pretty fast. You're going pretty fast. But I understand though, as long as you give me the time to just sit with it for a little bit, evaluate what you're doing, evaluate what I wrote down and how I can read it. Because oftentimes I say,
Yeah,
all right, let me try to put this in a sentence that I can understand. Okay, we're gonna update the business, we're gonna update the business column, we're gonna set rating is equal to
minus one.
null
Exactly.
wherever the rating is -1. So I understand that in the sentence. Yeah, I understand it in the sentence, but I just got to that now,
Yeah, yeah.
opposed to when you got
Yeah,
to it.
like,
You get what
okay,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
I understand, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. I understand it though. I understand it. It's just that I'm just not as fast to pick up on what you're doing as you are. I have to like do it and break it down. But I understand what you're doing though.
All
I
right.
understand what you're doing. Even in this, even in this now, the coding is not mysterious to me. I get the sentence of the coding, and now it's easier to pinpoint what I want to grasp out
No,
of the
I'm
code. If I'm making
understanding
any
you.
sense, man. I feel
I'm
like I'm just
understanding
saying a
what you're
lot of
saying.
words. I don't know if I'm making anything. Okay, good, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to make sense of the coding as a sentence first, and then then I could pick apart the sentence to see where is what, or what has to be what is trying to get done. If I just see you go through it, I'm not understanding what you're doing until I'm like, okay, now this is what he's trying to, this is the error that he fixed. This is what he was trying to articulate, and these are the errors that you might run into. It is a lot of information though to take in at once, but I understand it. I just gotta watch you first, then practice, and then try to explain it, and then ask questions, opposed to doing it with you. Because if
All
I'm
right.
doing it with you, I'm not gonna pick it up.
The current part is also very important because sooner or later you will be working on your own project, and I'll be the one supervising. So one or the other, you have to also master the queries and as well master the
Right.
concepts. Yeah.
Yes. I think I get the tables. I get how to create a table. I get that you don't even necessarily have to go into the
the
give me 1 second. You don't necessarily have to go
yeah,
into the
and
query tool to create a
actually,
table, because that's what we did earlier. We're creating the index, right? We create the table business, and then the business table. You have all these columns, the job title, the salary. Before we went into the table and
yeah,
created those, and we linked the
actually,
table.
yeah,
But I I understand now what I'm looking at. I understand the difference between why you would use a varchar opposed to a text, opposed to a number, in the situations of count or the characters within what you're looking at. I understand how the tables are formed. I understand how to grab tables
yeah,
or
yes,
connect tables to different tables. I understand the select function. I understand the create function.
yeah, and as
I
well as the
understand
yeah,
the
yeah,
from function,
okay,
the update function. I get now. I get now the updates function. I'm still I will have to look at this like maybe a couple more times to understand. Okay, update is the keyword, set is the keyword, equals is the keyword, where is the keyword. But now with these words, you have to plug in what you want to do to correspond to word. So I'm understanding now what I'm looking at as far as an update function. What you just did, you just did a whole lot of correction to the already available chart. And that's the part where I'm like, okay, now I gotta watch. I don't understand this like how I understand what we doing, but I gotta
yeah,
watch,
it just takes a lot of
do
practice
it, then
actually.
ask questions.
Yeah, so basically, this, for
Yeah,
example, the class you're having per day, doesn't, really do it. So you might want to sit down with it as well, that particular day within different time period, to want to understand it,
right.
and then probably do it with,
Yeah, and that's the tough part. I really have to make time to
um,
sit down because I work, I have a son, I got this leg. So I gotta make sure I got time to really look back at this. Every time I get back to look at this, I gotta do something else real quick. Then our times don't be the best. So I mean, the time works for me, but the time that I need to review, I gotta squeeze in between other things I got going on. But I mean, that's a me thing though. That's something I gotta work on a little bit more. But yeah, that's just I gotta look at it a couple times, understand it,
yeah,
and then
you won't
practice
forget
it,
what
and then
you've been
ask
doing.
questions.
And as regards to question part as well, so let's say you might
Right.
want to, if I don't know, depending, you might want to, if possible, write all those questions in documents or probably on text as well. So you can send it to me, and so you can review it in next class. So you won't forget some of the questions you might have when you probably sitting down on your own to probably go through it. I think that works also.
So so usually with the questions, you answer my questions. Well, so me having a question is not really the issue. I just know that some things, some keywords I gotta remember, and I do got a notebook where I write key statements like hold on. Let's see. S the three phases I know is key statements that I gotta understand. The insert, the select was key statements, things that I asked you that I was a little confused about, but when I said them to you, when you said, oh, these are important, you should write them down. I said them to you, I understood it. I don't really have the questions no more. You get what I'm saying? Like you are able to clear up the question very well that I don't have the question. But it's just this is new information and I'm trying to grasp as
Yeah,
much of it as possible. I don't know if I'm trying to move fast because you're moving fast, but I mean, I we just got different ways of learning and stuff like that. That's eventually what it comes down to. I got different ways of learning. But I'm understanding what you're saying though, and I'm able to
Okay.
follow you. I'm
The
just
thing
not
is,
able to
move
follow
at
you
your
as
own
fast as you're giving
pace,
it to me.
basically. So you can call me back as much as you want to. You are the one learning, and I'm the one trying to pour out information. So move at your own pace till you understand it. You can draw me back.
Right.
Even before I ask
Of course.
if I'm moving too fast, you can actually just call me back.
Of course.
Okay, there's some parts that needs some explanation, and we can go back to it. All right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, I'm following you now. I'm following you. I'm
Okay,
sticking
now
with you.
your
I
voice
know
is
how to
breaking
get
and I
in.
can't hear you. Probably it's mine. Yeah, I can hear you now. I wasn't hearing you earlier. So I
Oh,
have
can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me repeat what I said. I said I know how to get into the program now. The SQL I know how to write tables.
create room.
I know I can understand the select function. I can understand the create function. I can understand the update function. Now I understand it. In the
And
text of in the context of yeah, making updates to an existing
yeah,
table or to an existing document. Some of the things like what
yeah,
we just did, like sometimes when we have the issues where the errors pop up, right? And you kind of solve the error. Like you say, send me a screenshot and I send you a picture and say, okay, I figured out the problem, blah blah blah, and you solve the error.
yeah.
But sometimes I'm a little lost
Yeah,
at
majority
how
of the
you
errors we
solve
had
the error.
in
You
the
get what I'm saying?
past was basically the colon issue, and it was my fault because I like I said I
Mm-hmm.
didn't start learning SQL with Postgres. I use MySQL, and whenever I code on MySQL, I use double strokes when I'm working on like for example inserting responses. I use double
Oh yeah,
stroke,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
in Postgres it's kind of
yeah.
indicating colons and not actual values. So that's where the error comes into play. So we've talked about the select
Right.
statements, where
Yeah,
this,
yeah. That's
if you can, I don't know if you understood this so far, but it's very important. It's just like the filter, just like you're trying to filter. Okay, yeah, this is it at the front of me. From
mm-hmm.
orders where total amount is greater than or equals to 600. So if the
Mm-hmm.
total amount is greater than or equals to 600, it's going to return the rows, the values, whereas it's not going to return the observations that has the total amount that are less than 600. It's acting like as a filter. And then we have the inner and left join, which should it
Mm-hmm.
and
Select
uh,
select
okay,
order ID total amount from the order table
yeah, exactly.
where to the total amount, and it's no more than
No less,
600.
no less than,
No more than
yeah,
600
no less
value
than
or
600.
600. Well, if it was
Uh,
character, you will write varchar, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No less
So
than,
is
pardon me.
what this is trying to say is we are
As
trying
a
to select
value, as a whole
orders.
value.
Sorry, you're trying to select the order ID, the total amount from orders, but you're only going to select the order ID and orders that has um. Actually, sorry, let me repeat myself. Sorry, I made a mistake there. So okay, so basically what this means is that you're trying to select the order ID and total amount
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
our
it's all good.
orders table, right? But you are going to select the informations, that is the order IDs and the total amount of orders that
Mm-hmm.
has a total amount which is greater than or equal to 600. So the amounts that are less than 600 will not be selected. It will only select the order IDs and total amounts that has values that are greater than or equal to $600. Just like for example, you have set of students, right? But you only want to select the students that scores above 50, right? Let's say you have set of students, but you want to select
Mm-hmm.
students above 50, right? You can just write select students underscore ID students. Sorry, that should be ID, not name. Students underscore name from students, right? Um where grade is greater than or equals to 50, right? So what this means is that you're only going to select the student's ID and student's name of all of the students who passed alone or students who passed alone, like who scored 50 and above. So the students who does not score 50 and above are not going to be selected. So you're trying to retrieve information of only the students who passed. So just like the filter section, and you can also, just like you're trying to filter out some particular information, have a whole of informations. So the criteria is going to be here. So okay, I believe I should go back to the one you're working on, so it's not so confused. So we've updated the ratings. I'm also going to update for the founder as well. And if you recall, I said founder represents the date, right? And date cannot be -1. There's
Hmm.
nothing, it's not possible. So I had to run this. So the query is currently loading. A set colon founder. Um, so set colon founder does not exist. So
Yeah.
I want to check my
Found it.
Excel.
Founded. Founded.
Founded. Oh, all right. So that was my mistake.
I think it was under founded.
Yeah,
Founded, not
yeah.
founder.
All right. Then I changed this as well. Operator operator does not exist. Character very integer founded plus -1. All right. I might have changed it. Okay. So let me start again. Select our O colon and let's examine it to see. So we click on this and then you go to ratings and you go to founded to check. Okay, I don't think I have a rating of -1 anymore. Yeah, I do have a rating of -1. Then let me check for founded to see. Okay, I'm trying to check where the founded. Okay, yeah, so I have founded of -1 as well. All right, so basically this is why the code is not working because founded is basically a virtual and not an integer. So I'm supposed to do Um, so
I got successful. I got query returned successfully.
uh, this is basically
But
from
when I
my site,
played the updates though, when
and
I played both the updates.
it should be like this. And this is from the founded section, because the founded is basically a character. Oh, yeah. All right. So the reason why did not work is because founded is a virtual, like we did here, while rating is basically numeric. So it has to be encoded like this. So when you're running the founded, it has to be double quoted, right? Because it's a virtual, and we recall that for anything that's doing with the virtual needs to have a quoting around it.
Mm.
Then we might want to update for others as well. Headquarters, basically all the observations that has
Oh yeah.
-1 around them. You can see that headquarters. Okay, let me try to apply headers to this so you can see what I'm trying to say. Headquarters 2 has -1, and the -1 is not really doing anything. And headquarters 2 has lots of details that are not necessary. All these numeric values need to go. You have 17, 75, 1789, 1790, 1812. That they are basically errors. So I'm going to go back to my SQL code. So I'm going to be introducing a particular concept, because when I go back to this part, you could see that for the headquarters we have so many values that does not really give any meaning. Headquarters represents the base of a particular company, right? And we are seeing 1775. It doesn't make any sense, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you can see headquarters is like a base of a particular company, and we are seeing 1775, 1789, 1799, 1812,
Mm-hmm.
1812.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we are going to replace it with null values, indicating that we do not have information about their headquarters, right? So to do that, we're going to use the update statement as well. So I'm going to write update business, right? I'm going to set headquarters. So probably we'll do the data cleaning today, and then we'll do the data analysis tomorrow because of the timing. Scores to null. Where okay, let me change my and where headquarters equals to mm, so I'm going to write 0 to 9. So I'm going to explain this part because I have not really talked about it before, and it might be looking a little bit complex. All right. Yeah. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to do here is that any digit from any values that any observation that has values from 0 to 9 is going to be removed. Like let me go back to my headquarters. You could see that we have values of -1,
Mm-hmm.
we have 1775, we have 1789. They are values that are within 0 to 9. They are values that are within 0 to 9, right? And it has to be removed from our data set because uh, it has to be removed from our colon because they are irrelevant and they are not really saying anything, right? So we remove it, and we that's why we this particular line of code. But it might look complex for now, but with time. Okay, yeah, within that 0 to 9,
And it's
this
that
symbol
headquarters equal to null, where
it basically
headquarters is
mean
equal to
sorry.
above 0 to 9.
It just basically mean within, not above, like in the range of 0 to 9.
Exponent.
Within the range of 0 to 9, not approximately. Like matching values within like if it matches any value
So
within from 0 to 9,
approximately
like on the
from
number
zero to
line,
nine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every single number basically falls within 0 to 9. So if it matches, if it has and one of like if at least one of its values is within the range of 0 to 9, it's going to replace it with no values.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm getting an error, and I'm trying to debug the code or probably get where my mistake is from. Oh, all right. The mistake was on my headquarters spelling. I should come with an arrow. Yeah, yeah, and it actually gave me an int here. All right. So when we get to select, okay, sorry. All right. When we get to select, observation again, and you go to the headers section. So you can see New York, Flamingo. So we do not have any unusual values anymore. All right. Besides the margin. Okay, am I moving too fast? Do I need to slow down? So you can see that we do not have any unusual values anymore, but we still have -1, right? I'm still saying -1. So you have to remove that as well manually. So
No, I'm
update
following you.
business um, sets exactly.
Hmm.
No, yeah, exactly,
And you just keep updating the
exactly. So
formulas.
if
You're
the value is
updating
-1,
the
it's
table
going to return
set
a
to
null value.
whatever column that you're trying to
Sorry, let's
update. You're
say that
nulling it if
headquarters,
that column is less than 1 or returns a figure of
headquarters,
-1. Right.
and since it is a voucher, do not forget your quotation, and then I want to go back to my to rerun it. So you can see null that's actually it has replaced the -1. So yeah. All right. So you can do the same for the remainder of our columns. All right. So should I continue? Okay. So it's basically like beneath your escape key. So I'm going to say okay, yeah, we're using Mac actually.
I'm trying to find where
So
the
it kind of makes a difference.
approximate symbol is.
But it's beneath the escape key on Windows.
Hmm. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see it. I see it. Oh no, dang it. This is Okay, let
Okay.
me run this program.
Then basically all
Nice.
of them has
Let
that
me run this
issue of
program.
-1 values. So
Nice.
let me show you.
All right. I see
They
it.
all have that issue
I got it.
of -1. So you have to do for every single one of our every single one of our data of our attributes of colon. The only exception, you might not even see it here, except if you have to scroll down. So let me go back to my Excel file and click on the headers and the job title. I saw something similar. Okay, yeah, it is not on job title. Salary estimates. Yeah, it's on salary estimates. We need to remove it as well. Uh, okay, job description. No, it is not on job description. Rating, we've done that. Company name. Yeah, it's on company name. We have one. We have 1,000. Like all this, 1, 2 has to be removed as well. Location. We have to remove it. Headquarters, company size. So type of ownership. So we're basically trying to do the same thing. Right. So I'm going to minimize this. Go back to my query tab, and I'm going to update the rating bounded headquarters, the size. So update business, right? Set size equals to null, where uh, size equals to, and you will check you saved it as a virtual, right? Then your quotations -1, then you run it. So are we on the same page? Uh,
Yeah, I'm just updating the size right now.
then the type of ownership as well.
Run size. Yep. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Alright, when it comes to the size as well, we can see. Okay, yeah, okay, don't can just continue. And type of ownership, and we can update business sets um, type of ownership equals to null, where you're going to use the in statement and -1, comma unknown. I'm going to explain this part. Third type of ownership is equals to, sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, that was the mistake. I kind of ownership is equals to null. What type of ownership um in right -1, comma unknown. All right. So when we check, if I explain this, you can see that when we check the type of ownership, let me go to my Excel file so you can see it better. Because the SQL output will just allow me to be scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you can see my screen. We have we have unknown. That means you do not know their ownership type,
Mm-hmm.
and we have -1. So basically, we want to remove this unknown because it's not really doing anything. It's not solving our problem. It is not adding to the analysis. So why not just remove it
Mm-hmm.
and replace it with null, because they are basically the same thing. Null and unknown means that we did not know anything about their ownership type. We did not have any details concerning their ownership type, right? Then we just you could use the in function. This in function basically is serving as or. So it's saying that update business set type of ownership to null values,
Right.
where in any place we have type of ownership as
Right.
-1 or unknown. So that means whenever we in our column, anywhere in our column whereby we have these two categories, unknown, exactly, exactly. Yeah, even in size.
Okay.
So we can when it comes to size, we
That's
can
a
just
negative. That's a
just
-1
copy
or
this code
unknown.
and
They're
replace
gonna
that
shift it to
-1.
null. All right. So hold
Um,
on,
I'm going to
because
write
this
it
kind
as
of, I feel like this came up somewhere else.
unknown. I'm trying to
Like,
see if I get the spelling. Okay,
yes.
UNKN. Okay, yeah, unknown. So it's going to update as well. So you can put in, you can do okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, quick, quick question, Stanley. So, why did you choose to use the in function instead of the equal? If the in function can combine two of those,
Yeah, it is
can
optional.
combine whenever you
So it
see
is
-1
optional,
and unknown.
and also when
Like,
you have
that's what I'm
like
saying. Sometimes a lot of the things they like interchangeable. So is it just an option? Because sometimes you're
so
using
okay,
is
in
equal
this
to,
particular
and you're
scenario, if
using
you have
in.
multiple
Like, is
categories,
it
multiple
optional
scenarios,
which one you
the best
use
thing
because
just
they
to
do the
do
same
is to
thing?
use the in function, and you just
You,
introduce your brackets whereby
oh,
you
okay.
just let's say if we have
So
additional
when
function,
when do you
additional
decide
scenario, for
whether you
example, we have
use
additional
in
values, you
or
can
just
just
write
write it
another
here.
code that
But
says
if everything
equal?
equals to, you might be forced to do it one after the other. Like for example, look at this size colon. For example, I did it twice. -1 and unknown, -1 and unknown. So I can just use the in function to combine. And if you recall, the cookbook, we talked about the in statement. Though I can't recall the specific page though. I might have to scroll in. Uh, but I am
Right.
certain that we talked about it, and
Right.
anyway, so you can get it better.
It's all right.
Trying it. I don't think it's here. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Or okay, maybe not this slide actually. Maybe not this slide. Maybe not this slide. Okay, yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. So it is used in connection with the yes statement as well. So it's just like um, it can be used to replace mostly like between. Can be used to replace between. It can be so in this case something as or between basically. So type of ownership or sometimes between. So uh, it's not really doing much. Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. So there are more in fact there
I
are all
got
of
you. It's
those
just a
colon basically has
if it's
this minus
more
one
things to if
issue
it's more things
and
that you're
it's
changing
almost
within one equals just gonna
5
it's
p.m.
gonna
here
change
and
one at a
12 p.m.
time.
over there.
If you use the
Four
in function,
minutes.
then you can alter more things. You can
So I
alter
don't know.
more
Should
selections
we stop here while you do it on
within the
your
column.
own? Or
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll work. Because now it's probably gonna be
yeah,
more questions after I look over everything and I read it and I try to understand it. It's probably gonna be
mm,
more questions that I will have coming into next class. Cause I can rewrite this, but again, I might run into those situations where I have errors and I don't know where the error is, or I don't know how to deal with the error. It's probably because what you showed me right now, I completely understand. I can I can take code right here and write the paragraph as to what this code is supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? And that was kind of like my
exactly.
initial. I don't know what I'm supposed to write. Remember, I was telling you with the with Excel, I was saying the code, like the functions that you're writing, I don't understand the functions. But now with SQL, SQL is a little bit easier to read because it is English language. So now I understand what is being changed and what is done to be changed, if that makes sense. So I understand that. So I can read this and write a paragraph as to what I'm looking at, what I'm supposed to be changing, what I'm not supposed to be changing. I can understand how this integrates with the Excel document that you're using to go back and forth to visually see it. Because sometimes I look at this and it says successful and I try to hit data output, but it doesn't show the data output. I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah,
it's gonna show the data output in the Excel sheet that this is attached to. Okay, cool. I understand that. Now when it goes to me actually writing this, I can write it with some
yeah.
understanding, but sometimes I might get errors, and then I don't. That's where I kind of like, all right, what do I do with this error? I can deep and I even
All
in
right.
my
So for
the
the
way that
error
I'm gonna
issue,
look at it is not gonna
in
be the
some
way you're
scenarios,
looking at it because
you
the
can be
times that
seeing
I have
some
brought
hints like
errors up,
they'll write some
I'm like, all
like
right, man, how do you do
hints.
this? And then you send the
If you
screenshot and you
recall,
kind of I
when
don't
he's
know what you're
trying to
doing on the
update the
back end to
founder,
figure out
founded
the error. You get what I'm
colon,
saying? How to correct the error.
that's
So it probably
but
be more
trying
of
to
that,
correct him that
but
is
I
founded
understand what
and not
I'm looking at.
founder.
I
It
can
also
read
drops
and
an hint here
articulate
that
what I'm looking at
you know
right now.
if I was trying to reference founded. So if you try to look at this message output more often, you'll probably get a guide as well.
Right. Yeah, but you talking about like syntax errors. I